So if you have a problem about this very term called religion and you want to know how our constitution understand it, then for this reason I would recommend you to have a look at this very observation, especially being made under one case, which is SP Mittal versus Union of India. The court made a very remarkable observation, and in this way the court tries to define what secular practice could be. We all know that India as a country is besotted with already number of problems and concerns, and one of those is itself religion. And when it comes to a discussion pertaining to religion, with it comes first secular practice. Many people really feel disappointed, especially the way the word secular was introduced in our constitution, and therefore they always try and demand that the word secular must be removed completely from the preamble of the constitution. But this very observation which is made by the Supreme Court, which is even more remarkable, and I think you must all listen to this. The Supreme Court in this says that secular is not just a way to express one religious feeling. It is also a specific democratic tool, and the purpose of this instrument or the tool is to just induce a sense of harmony or invoke a sense of harmony, brotherhood among people belonging and having different faiths. It is important for this country to have such tools because this country is diversified country, unlike the countries such as Europe and other countries, right? Secondly, in this observation, Supreme Court adds that the word secular though cannot be defined, because once we define the word secular, then it is possible it will become rigid in nature, and therefore it must be flexible, which means the definition must be construed according to the changing circumstances of society. For example, we know that what religion is, especially in the eyes of constitution, which says that religion is nothing but a practice of conscience, and conscience is referred to man's in spirit, means the spirit of man is held to be conscious. And how do these people worship this conscience? They do it through different ways, through different methods. So all these practices are constituted to be important and must be given equal treatment under the Constitution's Article 25 to 30 deal with this all secular practices, and therefore these rules give the country a secular identity. So the court says that if we try to rigid this definition, then it is possible that it will cause communal violence within the country, and the country will be fragmented, which means it will lead to its complete and permanent downfall. And therefore the word secular and its definition has to be changed according to the need of the society. For example, it was the time when even the loudspeaker was used for the purpose of worshipping, and then court intervened into the matter, said that loudspeaker is not an essential practice or the method to practice this conscious, and therefore it has to be removed. Now people might not take or must not take offense on this judgment, because it has got nothing to do with the religion directly. What the court suggests and does, that it tries to separate religion from its non-essential practices, and that's how the constitution is dealing with the matter secular and religion. And several things have been done by the constitution. For example, even the triple talaq case, Sahwano case, which is basically inspired, for example, triple talaq is basically inspired by Muslim Act, right, Muslim personal law. But again the Supreme Court intervened into the matter because this practice is quite non-essential. Secondly, it is irrational, and therefore the court intervention is important. So here for Muslims community, the court intervention might be unconstitutional. It might be taken as step taken against Article 25, because Article 25 gives each of us different faith and denomination to practice their belief the way they want. But as I told you, the word secular is also a definition which has to be understood with the passage of time. So when one particular faith or the community holding one faith practices certain thing, and it has a direct reversive effect or some negative impact on society, then that particular practice has to be removed. And that's what all happened all the time, because on the ground of public order, morality and health, the state government has a right to intervene into the religious matters, especially on its social, political and economic aspect. Even the court has the power to intervene in matters which is regarded as practice being held a ritual for long years. Even the court has the power to intervene into the matter. So you understand how the constitution has become so active in dealing with these religious matters and to solve out this very concern pertaining to words secular and the secular practice in this country. I think these observations play a very key role in balancing the brotherhood. Otherwise, you can imagine that what might happen to this country in the absence of the constitution, in the absence of this constitution. You understand this? So I think we must not forget to pay our respect to the constitution and this timely observations made by Supreme Court and the High Court, especially on the matter of religion. And it is important because our country deals with the positive definition of secular, not the negative, where the state government has to come and take part in when state government feels so, when it finds that it is important for the social, political and economic affairs of the society. It is equally important for balancing brotherhood among different people following the different diversified faiths. So I hope you understand this relevance of constitution and its important observations when it is required. Till then, take care. Bye bye.